welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a super interesting video that one of you guys actually suggested, and I thought it was such a good idea. So basically it's all about sizing and my personal preferences towards sizing and how I buy my clothes. So for each piece of clothing or like example, I'll show you outfits of me like wearing it so I can show you, and I'm finding it really hard to explain, but basically like, so for example, if I size up or size down in certain things, where I prefer to buy things, and just kind of explaining how my kind of views on sizing, because I do think that it's not necessarily about like what size you are in stores, but just for me as a stylist and in styling, sizing is a really important way of making something your own and kind of your own personal styling. So I'm not someone who will think I'm a size 8, I'm going to go into the shop and buy it in a size 8. I'll look at something and think, how do I want to wear that? Do I want to wear it how the model's wearing it? Do I want it to look oversized? And then I'll decide like what size I'm going to buy. And I've kind of developed a tactic in certain pieces that I prefer to buy in certain sizes. So I just thought it would be really interesting to kind of share with you guys what sizes I go for in certain items to create a look, and then I'll show you as well in cutaways how I style the item, so you can kind of see what I'm talking about in terms of if I buy it oversized, where I buy it from, and my kind of thought process behind that. So before I get into it, I just wanted to say thanks so much for watching. Hello if you're new, thanks so much for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, then make sure you hit that button so that you don't miss. I do at least 2 videos weekly, sometimes I do 3 if I've got a haul. And yeah, I'm really open to suggestions, so if there's anything you want to see, if you want to see me style something in particular, then let me know and I will do that. So the first category that I'm going to start with is dresses. Now I am a huge no-no when it comes to bodycon anything. Like, before you watch this video you should just know I like everything oversized in general, and I just prefer like looser items. There are things that I wear tight, but if I do, then I kind of combine them with looser fitting items to just kind of play with proportions. And yeah, I'm not a huge tight clothes wearer, so I'm not going to talk about anything like that. I'm just going to talk about the products that I personally wear in general, and bodycon dresses are definitely not one of them. So if I go for dresses, then it's usually a kind of like looser style, like a shirt dress, or maybe I'll go for like a more bohemian, like boho style dress, or like a sundress, but I'm definitely not one who would go for bodycon dress anyway, so I won't be talking about things like this in this video. So this is a dress that I got recently in my misguided haul, which I'll link below so you can see it, and this has actually got a slip underneath, but I bought this because in a size 10, whereas I'm size 8, so obviously when I see it on the model I would think that's the size I would go for if I want to wear how the model wears it. I really love dresses like this when they're oversized, and I just wanted it to be like super floaty and loose, and I also envisaged wearing it as well with jeans, and I just think I really love the oversized style of that, and I really wanted this V to be like deeper, and yeah, I just kind of went for an oversized style in this because it's already so floaty. I just thought it'd be gorgeous and really loose, and also I think oversized dresses look amazing when they're belted too, because they kind of add all of that material, and I just thought if it was a bit oversized and I belted it, then it would look more luxe. So that's what I went for with this one, and I'll show you how I wear it. So next I'm going to talk about tops, and I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different types of tops to talk about, because I don't think that you could just say as a category in general tops I buy in this kind of size. So I just wanted to talk to you about each one. So by the way, this is going to be a long video. You might want to pause this and grab a cup of tea if you hadn't already gathered that it's going to be a long video. I'm not going to talk about bottoms because I just think it's kind of not really feasible to buy in them. I just buy them in my size because I want them to fit, and I mean if I bought trousers 2 sizes too big they'd probably fall down, which isn't a good look in any way, shape or form. So the first thing I'll talk about is shirts, and I wasn't a huge shirt wearer until I discovered this particular style of shirt with this particular brand, and since I bought a few different colours and I love it so much. And I don't know if it's like down to the material, the style, or just that I figured out the size that I need to buy shirts in to wear them in the way that I like wearing them. So this is from Stories, and I got this in a size 10, so it's slightly oversized. And it was already a kind of like oversized style shirt. I'll show you obviously like videos of me wearing it. But this is the white shirt. I've also got it in striped, which I'll insert a picture of. And I got this in size 10 because I love it. I don't do these up. I love them like open, rolled back. I love the kind of like I'm wearing my boyfriend's shirt look. So that is exactly why I got this in a size 10. And I just think the oversized boyfriend shirt style is exactly what I was going for. This literally nails it. It's a perfect white shirt. It's kind of like a cotton material, rather like a stiff cotton, like a, I don't know how to explain, but it's not like a shirt material, like a common shirt material that you would find for like a men's work shirt. It's more of like a linen-y cotton material. I'm really bad at describing it, but I'll show you how I wear it. But I think like in size 10, it's perfect for me for shirts because you don't want them too big. I wanted it so I could like wear it unbuttoned and off the shoulder, and I've worn this in so many different ways. You guys will know if you follow my blog. If you don't, then I'll leave the link below. But and maybe I'll link some blog posts where I've styled this differently because it's featured in so many blog posts and it always looks like a completely different shirt. Like, honestly, I just think now that I've found a classic white shirt that suits me, I'm so happy because I wear it all the time. And if you'd have asked me a year ago, I don't think I would have believed that I'd be wearing shirts because I always thought they were kind of too smart for my style. So next up is t-shirts, and I actually go to the men's section when I buy my t-shirts. So there are some t-shirts that I've got from the women's section. I always buy them at least 2 sizes too big, if not more. I go for like a medium or a large, and I always wear them way oversized, and I just prefer men's t-shirts if I'm honest. So this is one that I got from Bicester Village from Ralph Lauren, and this one isn't the best example to be fair, but what I love about men's shirts is that the sleeves are longer. So I was finding women's t-shirts, they have like cap sleeves, which I hate, and also they're always fitted in some way, even if they're not made from that annoying stretchy material that they seem to think all women want stretchy, clingy t-shirts. They're like fitted in some way. So I love men's t-shirts because they're literally straight up, straight down, loose, baggy, and they've got the longer sleeves. I got this in a size small rather than extra small because I still like it baggy, and there are small men in the world. So sometimes I even go for a medium in the men's shirts. And yeah, I love this one. Ralph Lauren do really nice t-shirts, and they kind of like last for ages. I'm tempted to go back and get a white t-shirt from there. The only thing is that I'm not a huge fan of like the logos and stuff, but I really like their t-shirts. And yeah, I'll show you how this looks on. H&M men's section actually also do really nice t-shirts. One of my favourite t-shirts is from the H&M men's section because the sleeves kind of come like halfway down the arm, really nice and loose. It's like a linen-y material and it's just gorgeous. So next I thought I'd mix things up and talk about something that I actually wear either in my size or a size smaller, which is body. So I know I said that I don't wear like tight clothes and stuff, but I love bodies for wearing underneath oversized knitwear and stuff. I've said and stuff quite a few times. But I love this one from Misguided, which I got the other day, and I got this in a size 8, which is my size. But I actually, in hindsight, probably would have sized down just because I really like them when they're super tight. So I always go for bodies either in my size or a size down, so they're super tight. And I just think they look perfect layered like over big knitwear then. So now to be a complete hypocrite, I like to buy camis in a size too big or a couple of sizes too big because I know I said about layering, but I think it's different with camis because they're like delicate and lacy. Obviously you have to be really careful because you don't want to do a nip slip unless you're someone who wears a bra with them. I don't need to. And yeah, you do have to be very careful about the old nip slip. But this one from Other Stories is like my perfect cami. I'm literally obsessed with it. And I got this one in a size 10. I didn't go too big because of the old nip slip, but I love it in this size because it's just kind of like really loose and fluid and pretty, and like the lace. I don't think camis look that nice when they're tight or like too close fitting. I think they look really nice when they kind of like flow, and I love them layered with like chunky knits again. Like obviously chunky knits are my thing. And yeah, so that's like why I love wearing camis, and I love them like tucked in with them just like billowing over a belt or jeans, or like just tucked in a little bit. I just think they look gorgeous when they're slightly oversized. So one thing that I always get in my actual size is pretty tops. Now when I say pretty tops, I mean tops like this that are not really open to interpretation. You can style them in different ways and wear them in different ways, but sizing wise you're always going to get the size that the model suggests you wear, kind of thing. Like, you want it to look like what the model is wearing it like. It's not open to interpretation. So I always get this in, I got this in my size. I would get anything like this in my size because I want to wear it how the model's wearing it. So yeah, anything that's like a pretty top, and also obviously as well it's got like a deep V. Anything that's got a deep V you do not want to go oversized on, as I said with a cami. So yeah, make sure that if you're going for this top, just go with like what the size guide says you should go with. So next we come on to knitwear, which I have 4 examples of. So I told you this is going to be a long video. The first thing I will talk about is slouchy knits. So slouchy knits are my favourite things, and I always go at least one size up on them. Obviously it depends if something is, well, you can see it on the model. If it's like already oversized on the model and it's called like oversized knit, then you can kind of get a better understanding of if something is meant to be oversized. Generally how shops think things are meant to be oversized and how I think things that are meant to be oversized are different. So if it's meant to be oversized, I normally only go at 1 size. If it's not, then I'll go over at like 2 or 3 sizes. So this one was meant to be oversized, so oh, maybe it wasn't. I got this one in a medium. Anyway, there's some other stories. I'll show you it on. I just thought this would look amazing, like super oversized. I also saw Lorna wearing an amazing one from John Galliano, and I thought this could look cool as a dress if it was like long enough. I don't know if it is actually, but yeah, anyway, it turns out as well the hem just is not going to look good as a dress because it's just going to look like, I forgot my trousers, it doesn't look like the sort of shape that would fit a dress. So yeah, I ended up just wearing this as a top and an oversized amazing jumper. I love it so much. It looks so perfect with like light jeans. I'll show you what all styled up. And yeah, so I get jumpers like this in oversized because I just think they look lovely and slouchy, and when it's like, you have to be really careful if it's like a structured knit, because obviously this one doesn't have structured shoulders and stuff, so it hangs perfectly, and it doesn't really matter what size you get, it's always going to look lovely and slouchy. But then coming to my next example is this jumper, which is not necessarily hugely structured, but it is meant to be worn in a certain way. So this is a cropped jumper, and it's so annoying it's not going to stay on the hanger, so I'm going to take it off the hanger. I got this in a size small. I've not actually worn this yet, in my recent haul video, and I got this in a small because it's a cropped jumper. So this was intended to be worn in a certain way, cropped. If you go up a couple of sizes, it's not going to be cropped, and if you buy a cropped jumper, chances are you want to wear it cropped. So things like this I would recommend only sizing up once if you want to. I went for a small. I think it was only small, medium, large. If it was extra small, I would never go for an extra small because I would think that's intended for like size 6 to 8, which isn't me. I'm more like an 8 to 10. So yeah, I went for a size small because that is how God intended it to be worn, and so that is how I will wear it. So my final style of jumper that I always size up in is if I want to wear something in a certain way. So I saw this jumper on Lissy Roddy's Instagram. I'll link her below, and she looked amazing in it, and she was wearing it as a dress, and I really wanted to wear it as a dress, and it's actually a jumper, so I got it in a size medium. They didn't have a large, I would have got it in a large too, and it looks amazing as a dress. It's got these huge sleeves. Again, it's got this slouchy jumper, the shoulders. So I mean, what I mean about when I say slouchy shoulder is like if it's got a structured shoulder and you wear it loose, then the shoulder's going to be like weird down here. So you just got to be really careful with things like that, and obviously this doesn't have that, so it just hangs really nicely. It doesn't matter where it is, armpits hidden. It just looks really amazing oversized. There's no way I'm going to fit this in, so I'll just show you me wearing it. So another example of a slouchy knit is this cardigan, which I got in the Zara sale. I actually got it way back when, and this is a perfect example of something that isn't meant to be worn slouchy. So I got this in a size small because it's an oversized cardigan. I would normally get a small in Zara, so yeah, this was like, I've worn how God intended it to be worn, and also I just love it, and I get so many compliments on this cardigan. It's a perfect layering piece for like bodies and camis, and I just think it's perfect like in between for this kind of weather. I will link below cardigans that are similar. I'll find some amazing alternatives, so I promise that if you want this cardigan then you can find something similar. But I love this so much. It's literally already been worn to death by me and my sister, and it definitely will continue to be worn to death until it actually like is threadbare and falls to pieces. So finally we come to two more things, which are coats. So I thought, even though I wear them both oversized, which is pretty much the trend for all of these pieces, I thought I would just show you two different styles, because one is like a more lightweight coat and one is more of like a wintry coat. So the first piece is this trench coat, which you'll have seen everywhere, and I love this so much. And I got this in a size 10, and I'm normally a size 8, but I got it in a size 10 because I had the full intention of tying it back here and not having the straps flapping, and I just love it loose and oversized. I just think it looks so much perfect, and I love wearing coats at the moment like just slightly off the shoulder or like off both shoulders, just like wrapped around. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it looks really good. And I really like it, and I love everything oversized, to be honest. It's more like, I could have just said that sentence and that could have been the video, but that wouldn't have been fun for me. But anyway, I love this so much, and I'm going to show you how I style it up. And yeah, I just think it looks perfect oversized. I don't think trench coats were made to be worn tight. They do ones that are like, people wear them tight and they're fitted, and they do them like buttoned up. That isn't my look at all. I think it looks good on other people, it's just like not what I go for. So I bought this fully intending to wear it oversized. So my final piece is another coat, and this coat is more of like a kind of, well, it's not a wintry coat, it's more of a transitional coat, but anyway, it's like it's a wool coat. So this is from Jigsaw, and you can see that I've like turned the sleeves back, and I love this one because it's not lined, but it's still warm, so it's like perfect for this kind of time of year. And I got this in the next size up. I got it in a small because, one, I always go up in a size in coats, in winter coats and things, because obviously I've said 1,000 times I like to say things oversized, and secondly, if you're going to wear jumpers underneath, you want to make sure that you can fit all of the layers. But also I love it when sleeves are a bit bigger, because I love sleeves pushed up or like rolled up, and so you want to have that extra material to do that, because if a sleeve is tight on your arm then you're not going to be able to do that. So I'll show you what I mean in the video. But anyway, that is what I love about this. And also I just think it's such a simple, plain style that it's not really gonna matter if it is a bit oversized. It's only gonna look better in my opinion. And also I think, so if it was like a structured coat and it had like a particular style that was meant to be worn in, or it had a pattern or something, then maybe I would get it in the intended size. But I just think for a simple coat like this, it's open to your own interpretation and styling, so therefore I went bigger, because bigger is always better. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I didn't blab too much. I hope that you didn't think it was too repetitive, because it definitely was. But I hope that the styling of the different outfits kind of broke up the repetitiveness and showed you that I did have an individual point for each thing, even though they were very similar. But anyway, I hope you liked it. If you have any suggestions, then let me know and I'll film those too, as proven by this video. I'm always love to hear your suggestions. I think you guys have amazing ideas, and I always want to give what you guys want. So let me know if you have any videos and I'll film those too. If you haven't already, then make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!